Welcome to day 316, Becoming Peace, Meditation, and Inspiration. The name of today's session is Narcissistic Tendencies. A little unique topic for a meditation, I know. However, the goal for this channel is to provide space and sometimes learning on topics with which we can draw a flashlight to and learn how to bring more peace into our lives as a result. If you happen to be someone who bumps up against narcissism in any form, this meditation is for you. It seems to be a buzzword of sorts lately. Many are confused about what narcissistic traits even are. So let's be willing to spend some time here today, shedding a little more light for you. Let's prepare for today's session. Find a comfortable seat and sit with your back supported and your head free. Make sure you are prepared to relax and take several deep breaths in. It's okay to set aside your troubles and your stress. This will be a vacation for you over the next few minutes. Go ahead and close your eyes if you're ready. I'm going to first begin by suggesting a word or words of caution. Be cautious about the souls you invite into your heart and your home. For the truest form of imprisonment doesn't lie in locked doors or guarded walls, but within the confines of a house devoid of peace and love. The person you choose as a life partner can shape not only your happiness, but the entire course of your life. They hold the power to either nurture your spirit or drain it. Therefore, choosing someone who treasures your peace and helps it grow is one of the most important decisions you will ever make. This becomes especially critical when dealing with toxic personalities like narcissists, who thrive on draining the emotional energy of others while offering nothing in return but turmoil. In the beginning, a narcissist might seem like everything you ever dreamed of. Their magnetic charm, captivating presence, and lavish attention can make you feel like you're living in a fairy tale. This intoxicating period of love bombing can sweep you off your feet, leaving you with the impression that you've met your soulmate. Their constant compliments, seemingly endless affection, the kissing babies, the mayor of the town, and intense focus also on you may give the illusion of a deep, profound connection. But this euphoria doesn't last. Slowly, the mask starts to slip, and the narcissist's true colors come to light. The warmth and affection that once made you feel so secure begins to shift into something darker and more unsettling. What starts as subtle criticism grows into blatant emotional manipulation. The person who once seemed to adore everything about you now finds faults in the smallest things. This slow, insidious process of breaking down your confidence can leave you confused and questioning your worth. The narcissist's skill in gaslighting, making you doubt your own perceptions and reality, compounds this, creating a constant state of emotional dependency. Living with a narcissist can feel like being trapped on a roller coaster of emotions. One moment, they shower you with love and approval, and the next, they withhold affection and become cold. I understand that this topic today is a little off the beaten path, and becoming aware of the challenges in our lives is also a way to break ground for peace. I'm particularly inspired today to bring these things to light for one reason. Often people live for decades in situations like the one I just described. They have no idea that narcissistic traits are the culprit. Because they've heard the term, but they really didn't understand it was a part and thread of their life. They have no idea, again, that narcissistic traits are the culprit. They just know they feel stressed or they feel so much fatigue. They know something is off and is amiss, but they cannot put their finger on it. Or they feel icky and used and drained and confused, but they don't know why. They attribute their physical symptoms to just not having good health, or chronic headaches, or elevated inflammation for no reason, or feel used, tired, confused, and crazy. I hope and pray by shedding light on this topic that you might be able to discover the truth and begging to put the pieces together so healing can begin. There are many, many, many resources out there with trained professionals educating minds and hearts to the truth of this. I will list some of the helpful resources I have used lately to correctly identify narcissistic traits. This might be hopeful to those of you who fall into this category of having someone close to you in your life that possesses narcissistic tendencies, or watching it go down in the life of someone you love. Nonetheless, you can choose to be a light bearer. And if you are just discovering the ugly culprits, I am sending over to your heart and soul prayers. I am praying for those of you listening to this session and just now pulling truths together in your puzzle pieces. It's a shocker when you realize that this is part of your life. It's devastating. And knowing that there isn't much hope in these instances, that true healing on the part of the abuser does usually never come to pass. This can be life-altering. And I am truly sorry from the bottom of my heart that you are the victim right now or someone you love. My prayer for you is that you can eventually land on your feet, back on the ground, now that the truth is coming forward. And you now know the truth of what you've been dealing with. So right now, I'm going to hold a few moments of silent space for you in order to honor your hardship and pain you have experienced. This hurt, there's nothing quite like it. It's devastating. I just want you to imagine a giant, loving, bright white light pump that is sending you healing light and godly powers to cope and to heal. Healing is coming to every cell of your body. This light is giving you courage to take the next best steps. This light is handing you truth and being able to see things clearly as they truly are, without filters or denial. Keep receiving this golden, healing light of truth. Keep breathing it in and breathing it out, and ask God for wisdom. I'll mind the time until you hear a soft bell. Let's come back. Coming back to the present and knowing you are safe in this moment and in the hands of God. For this is where you've been for the past few minutes. He knows your pain and is deeply aware of your individual situation. Peace comes when I rest in God's pure love and light while dealing with worldly sorrow. If you yourself are currently experiencing someone with narcissistic tendencies in your life, or you know someone you love who is, please, I encourage you to keep researching the truth. Get educated, find a great therapist or friends to talk to, and then begging to take in helpful information in order to make constructive decisions that will get you to safety and deliver light and truth to your physical, emotional, and mental well-being. I love you, and I appreciate you showing up for peaceful meditations. May you be blessed. May you be comforted. And may you choose to include Jesus as your true and steady companion every day. I'll be back tomorrow, and I hope you join me. I'll be here. Bye for now. Welcome to day 317, Becoming Peace, Meditation, and Inspiration. The name of today's session is Believe Those Who Show You. Words are not worth the alphabet letters they're taken from. Words are just words. It's lip service. Anyone can profess or say anything, but the real rubber hits the road when action is at the forefront. Today, we're going to hold some space for meditation and where we've given ourselves false hope by believing mere words, when all along we should have been paying attention to people's actions. Let's prepare for today's session. Find a comfortable seat and sit with your back supported and your head free. Make sure you are prepared to relax and take several deep breaths in. It's okay to set aside your troubles and stress. This will be a vacation for you over the next few minutes. So close your eyes if you're ready. It's said, don't believe those who tell you they love you. Believe those who show you they do. Don't believe those who tell you they love you. Believe those who show you they do. Action is really all that matters. Plans and goals can be set with the best of intentions, but until you put a plan into action, or those around you show you in action their intent, all you have is an empty expectation. And life will drown you if all you have is expectations and broken promises. At some point, action needs to be the proof. So let's take this easy example to learn from today. Just imagine that you've just been asked for your hand in marriage. You are completely head over heels for the person who put that ring on your finger. It's true. There was action. A ring purchased, and someone had to follow through to actually go through the motions of asking you to be their marriage partner. And in the following weeks and years, all you get from this person is pushed forward marriage dates. For one reason or the other, the marriage itself keeps getting put off. And for years, you are in this holding pattern. You have no idea what is happening, but every excuse sounds like a good one. At the simplest, most straightforward way, are you actually married? Even though every intention is there, the question was asked, you responded with a ring, and it was placed on your finger. But indeed, are you legally married? No. The answer is a big fat No. You needed the actual wedding to take place before you were pronounced married. Don't believe those who tell you they love you. Believe those who show you they do. So indeed, the wedding may take place, and as the years roll on and the glow begins to fade, many times there are empty promises, empty I love yous, because nothing is backed by action. This goes for romantic relationships, relationships between parent and child, between child and a mom or a dad, between siblings, business relationships, even ones that you might have with a store manager getting your groceries, all the way around wherever there's ever human interaction. Don't believe the words that come from people's mouth. They have to be proven by action and how you're shown the commitment. So, do you see how important actions are? We can never live our lives off hopes, plans, expectations, and maybe some days. Life requires action. You can't just wish you were at work making money. You actually have to show up. The dog isn't satisfied on your intent to feed him. He actually needs food set out so he can chew it and take it in. There has to be action. I bet if you were at a grocery store, you wouldn't make it 10 steps out the door without paying for the groceries. The action. Telling the officer that you intended to pay for the groceries is not going to be good enough. It is interesting to me how many of us live our lives based on hoping and praying and wishing and waiting for someone to do something. And sometimes that someone is our own selves. Where do you find yourself living on wishes and expectations? What actions do you need to take to move forward? What actions would you like someone else to make to move forward? I'll mind the time while you spend a few moments contemplating where you're at until you hear a soft bell. Let's come back. Enjoy taking 3 deep cleansing breaths and allowing yourself to float back here with me. Take another deep breath. Good. Peace comes when I take action and hold boundaries for others to do the same. If you feel like this session has helped you in the least, please consider sharing it with someone you love. Remember to take in more light today. Lots more light today than you did yesterday. I'll be back tomorrow, and I hope you will too. Bye for now. Welcome to day 318, Becoming Peace, Meditation and Inspiration. The name of today's session is You Are Rare. Seldom do we recognize and value our own individual worth. Have you ever watched the movie It's a Wonderful Life with Jimmy Stewart? If you haven't, you should. George Bailey gets a front row seat as to what life would be on this planet had he not been born. We each make individual contributions that are priceless. And the world would never be the same without our contributions. But before we begin, let's take inventory. How have you seen God's hand in your life since you were last here? Let's prepare for today's session by finding a comfortable seat and sitting with your back supported and your head free. Make sure that you're prepared to relax and take several deep breaths in. It's okay to set aside your troubles and stress today. This will be, hopefully, a vacation for you over the next few minutes. So go ahead and close your eyes if you are ready and take a deep breath in. When you know you're rare, you move different. You love different. And you don't waste your rarity trying to convince anyone of it. You just keep on being rare until someone realizes it and won't treat you like anything less than what you are, which is rare. It's fine and dandy to have others recognize your worth, but the real gem lies in you recognizing your own true worth. Recognizing your own greatness and value you possess is the first step down the road of true peace. because you're able to rise above all the minutia and know who you truly are. When we fail to recognize who we are, a priceless child of God with all the blessings He can muster in our direction, then we hold our head high, and each moment becomes holy. When you know you're rare, you move differently, you love different, and you don't waste your rarity trying to convince anyone of it. You just keep on being rare until someone realizes it and won't treat you like anything less than what you are, which is rare. In what ways are you rare and unique? I'll mind the time while you contemplate who you are and where you came from. let's come back. Take a deep breath in and out, and grounding yourself in this present moment as you slowly begin to be ready to open your eyes. Peace comes when I recognize I am rare and a true child of a king. There are billions of people on this planet, and no one is just like you. Self-talk, including the rarity of your soul and precious spirit, is where it's at today. Nothing else will do. Remember, you are light. You are a rarity, and you matter. I love being here with you. And remember to take in more light than you did yesterday. Share this session and brighten someone's day, to someone that you love. And I'm inviting you to join me tomorrow. I'll be here. Bye for now. Welcome to day 319, Becoming Peace, Meditation and Inspiration. The name of today's session is Never Give Your Power Away. Do you realize when you react to someone's toxicity or fly off the handle, or get emotionally charged when someone pulls in front of you on the freeway, that you are indeed giving away your power to someone else? You're allowing their response or their action to provoke you. That's putting them in control. Thereby, you're giving away your power. Oftentimes, we hand over our power on a silver platter to the first person standing next to us, even when that person is secretly planning your destruction. Why do you indulge in this? Do you realize that this is what happens when you lead with your emotions and react to someone's toxicity or someone else's rhetoric? Today, we're going here, to this place of meditation in asking ourselves great questions. So let's prepare for today's session. Find a comfortable seat and sit with your back supported and your head free. Make sure you are prepared to relax and take several deep breaths in. It's okay to set aside your troubles and stress. This will be a vacation for you over the next few moments. So close your eyes when you're ready. Let me infuse your thoughts with this. Never give anybody enough power over you to bring back the triggered, unhealed version of you when you've worked so hard to become better than that. Never give anyone enough power over you to bring back the triggered, unhealed version of you when you've worked so hard to become better than that. Where do you freely see yourself giving your power to others? How do you fall prey to the demands others place on you? Are you or were you even aware this happens on a regular basis to you? What can be done to stay in control and really value who you are? I'm going to mind the time while you consider this and receive inspiration from heaven. And please come back when you hear a soft bell. Let's come back. Taking a deep breath in, filling your lungs to capacity, and exhaling through the mouth. Coming back by wiggling your fingers and your toes, your legs, and being present with me now. Peace comes when I hold on to my own power. What a true statement. When I've chosen to stay calm in a situation where someone's goal is to get me in a lather and watch me spin, I can't tell you the joy that abounds inside of my heart because I didn't fall prey to their bait. I really hope that this session has brought a bright awareness to staying calm and allowing Jesus to be in your heart always. Please feel free to share this session with someone you love. And remember to protect the peace that you so painstakingly are cultivating. Bye for now. Welcome to day 320, Becoming Peace Meditation and Inspiration. The name of today's session is 3 Things I've Learned This Year. It's always a good idea to reflect on the best lessons you've taken in when it gets close to the end of a calendar year. The end of the year helps us review and remember the lessons in the past year and what they've brought to our table. What 3 important lessons have you learned this past year? We're holding space for reflection today. So let's begin. And let's prepare for today's session. Find a comfortable seat and sit with your back supported. Make sure you are prepared to relax and take in several deep breaths now. It's okay. You have permission to set aside your troubles and stress. This will be a vacation for you over the next few minutes. So close your eyes if you're ready. This year, I've learned 3 things. Number 1, you're not always going to get the closure or explanation you think you deserve. Number 2, sometimes you have to accept something for what it is and move on. And number 3, everything really does happen for a reason. You're not always going to get the closure that you need. Getting closure on situations that you need to put to bed sometimes just never happens. Maybe through a death or the unwillingness of a person to work with you is the cause. Nevertheless, most often we don't get the closure or explanation we deserve. And truly, this can be heart-wrenching, disappointing, and traumatic. I've learned to roll with it. When I choose to take the time to talk myself out of a fit. The stories we tell ourselves invite peace and calm. And you should become very aware that you are the author of your own stories, not someone else. Next, accepting things for what they are and moving on is not tolerance. Just so you know, I think tolerance is not noble. Tolerance is taking a step down a slippery slope. But simply switching it up to accept things as they are, because we can't make choices for other people, is a brilliant act of kindness toward yourself. Don't take up self-torture by wishing and hoping things could be different, because in fact, they aren't different. They are exactly what they are today. Might things evolve or shift? Maybe. But if your situation doesn't ever change, you might be bloody and bruised, hitting your fists against a wall that will never move for you. It might be smarter to bandage your hand, apply some Neosporin, and move on to something you can actually do, or choosing to take the next right step, or step in the right direction for yourself. And lastly, everything really does happen for a reason. With that attitude in mind, you are set up to win. You are constantly looking for the lessons in what has happened and not stuck in what actually happened. The blessings in the mess, or the life muscles you've built while you were in the throes of distress. Choosing to have a mindset of gratefulness for all your struggles and triggers is a growth mindset. I remember Dolly Parton being asked once the question, "What would you change about your life?" And she replied, "Absolutely nothing. I've learned valuable lessons and grown exponentially in every situation. And I would never be the same person today had I not gone through all of my stuff." So for a few moments, let's consider, what situation do you have showing up in your life that you need to accept and make peace with? What situation in your life can you simply not stress over anymore and choose to move forward? And also, what has happened in your life lately that has happened for a reason? I'll mind the time while you consider. Come back when you hear a soft bell. let's come back and taking in those deep, cleansing breaths and exhaling all the turbid toxicity. Realizing that you're coming back to this present moment and taking in all of the goodness and assimilating it into your heart and mind. Peace comes when I choose to identify 3 things that I've learned this past year and cherish the lessons from each and every one. May you be blessed with light today. May you be inspired to take in more light today than you did yesterday. I'm inviting you to show up tomorrow and share this session with someone you love. I'll be back. I hope you will too. Bye for now.